I've talked about financial markets, financial intermediaries, and how important that system is to a well-functioning economy. We're going to talk about monetary policy in the Federal Reserve and how it affects the economy. All of this happens through the financial system and through money and banks. So the first thing we need to understand is, what is money? Money is any item or items that are regularly used in economic transaction or exchanges and accepted by buyers and sellers. In other words, it's what we use to buy things. If you have something you know you can exchange for goods and services, and it's regularly accepted by people who are selling things, we would think of that as money. We have a very specific definition of money when we want to measure it. But in general, when you think of how much you have that you can buy right now, how much can you use to buy goods and services right now, that's how much money you have. Money generally serves three different uses, or three different properties. The most important one is it serves as a medium of exchange. It's any item that buyers give to sellers when they purchase goods or services. And if we didn't have mediums of exchange, we would operate in a system of barter, where we exchange one good for another, and that's a very inefficient way of doing business, because you have to have what's called the double coincidence of wants. For example, if I wanted to buy some food, I would have to find somebody who had food that wanted to hear about the definition of money. That's a double coincidence of wants is not very easy to find sometimes. So it's better that we can have money that facilitates that exchange, or money serves as a medium of exchange. Money also serves as a unit of account. It's very convenient that all of our prices are denominated in money, or the same units that our money is, and so are our savings accounts and our income, and so money serves as a unit of account, and it also serves as a store of value. It holds its value over time, as long as there's not really high inflation rates. And so money is a unit of account, store of value, but most importantly, a medium of exchange. There are different types of money. Right? There's something called commodity money, which is money that has an inherent value. So if you had money made out of gold or silver, even if it wasn't accepted as a medium of exchange, it would have value because it has a price, like the price of gold or the price of silver. Right? Money that we use in the United States is what's called fiat money. It has no intrinsic value other than the fact that it has to be accepted as legal tender for all debts, public and private. Look right on any currency you have right now. That's what it says on it. So, but since it has the government's backing, and it is legal tender for all debts, public and private, it has some intrinsic value, even though the paper that it's printed on probably isn't very valuable. That's called fiat money. When we add up money, when we try to figure out how much out there do people have that they can buy things with, we want to look at a couple of definitions. The first one is M1, and this is our most liquid form of money. This is assets that people have that they can immediately turn into goods and services. Right, now what is that? Well, it's cash, currency held by the public. So currency out in circulation you can buy things with. Demand deposits or other checkable deposits, you can think of these as the deposits in your checking account, which again, as long as you have money in the bank, as long as you have deposits or a positive balance, you can turn that into goods and services. And we have traveler's checks. That's the sum of those is M1. And in March of 2012, that added up to $2.2 trillion. $1 trillion of it was currency. About another trillion or so was demand deposits or other checkable deposits. So M1 is our most liquid form of money. M2 includes M1, but some other assets which are not quite as liquid. For example, savings account deposits. Now, savings account deposits are a lot like checking deposits, but a lot of times savings accounts have restrictions on the number of withdrawals you can make. After some point, you might have to pay a fee. So it's a little bit less liquid. Money market mutual funds and small time deposits the same way. So M2 is another way we measure money in the United States. It's a little bit less liquid, includes all of M1 and then some other assets as well.